of the body, the mortal remains covered. We are exercising extreme discretion. At the end of the day, this is the tragic death of a young man, a young actor. And the Chief Minister of Punjab, Manjeet, has also expressed grief at this horrific accident that we are reporting on. Manjeet, the mangled remains do go on to show that this was a terrible, terrible, deadly accident of the car the visuals that are in fact on the screens right now are of this car that was being driven by Deep Sidhu. It's a white Scorpio car. Manjeet. Kamal, in fact, I'm just going to go back to you for more on that. We'll try and connect with Manjeet just in a bit. But the mangled remains just do speak volumes of this being a terrible and a deadly, deadly accident.
Yes, it's been a fatal one, and he has said to have been died on spot. A very unfortunate accident taking place, but it's also the timing of it all. Just days before Punjab goes to polls, we've seen a deadly accident taking place, especially of a key character who was associated with farmer agitation, somebody who's been associated with the controversies related to the state. His passing away in an unfortunate accident. So many will raise doubts regarding the timing, but at this point of time, even the police are telling us it's too early to say what really happened, but the accident has taken place. The actor has died. So we'll have to wait for the reports to really come in. But at this point of time, this is coming as a rude shock for the young actor's fans. He was extremely popular. Every time he would do a social media live, every time he was talking. And remember, as far as farmer agitation is concerned, he maintained a sustained campaign. Despite being named as a Republic Day violence accused, he went into hiding for some days. But we went and saw that how once the farmers disassociated with him, especially the SKM, they tried to maintain a distance, saying they are not the ones who were taken a lead, who were taking to the stage and were speaking. They were denied that later on and said that these were people who were instigating the other farmers. But that controversy actually eventually died down once the farmers decided to move on. Some of the cases were taken back and people were actually moving on, especially in a poll-bound state where even the farmers and at least a segment of them were participating in polls. Nobody was really talking about Deep Sidhu, though Lakha Sidana actually made it to the SSM list. He's been one of the candidates from MOD. We actually spoke to him right there. We tried to speak to him about the history of this. But clearly, it seems that both these characters tried to move on from that particular controversy, wanted to put much of it behind them and move on to one Deep Sidhu looking at his own career, whether it's in Punjab or in Bollywood, for that matter, for Lakha Sidana, who's a candidate from MOD. But again, even as Deep Sidhu was driving all the way from Delhi to Bathinda, it seems this accident has taken place. Again, saying that we do not know the circumstances. The lady companion who was with him had actually fallen asleep. So we do not know as to what really transpired there and how the accident took place. But it is very clear that Deep Sidhu was driving the car and he hit the trailer from right behind. And it seems that is where he eventually died on the spot.
Yes, and Harmeet also, talking a little about the kind of controversies that Deep Sidhu had found himself in. He was believed to be extremely close to BJP MP and actor Sunny Deol, had campaigned for him in the year 2019. But when this controversy over the farm laws broke out, Deep Sidhu went on to criticize Sunny Deol and his association with the Bharatiya Janata Party, after which Deol also distanced himself from Sidhu.
Well, it's a strange story that happened afterwards, that, once he did what he did on January 26th, the farmers and the Punjabi community in general accused him of attempts to sabotage the farmer agitation, and in fact what he did, when he went to the Red Fort and hurled raised religious slogans when the Nishan Sahib was being unfurled there, that became some sort of a turning point in the entire farm agitation. And a lot of things then changed for the agitation, and that was quite a tense moment. In fact, that act brought about a lot of insecurity among the Sikh community outside of Punjab. After that, there was, we saw how the other right wingers they turned to the streets and held processions to protest that. But all that was linked to one act of Deep Sidhu and his other companions there. But after that, as I mentioned before, he did get some sort of support from the Sikh political right and some sort of scholars as well. But after that, his support really declined, and people started dissociating themselves from him and his act, and virtually he became politically untouchable. That said, I mean, in the initial stages, his videos were really viral. And one more thing, he was a very good orator. He would speak really well in public. He would know how to, and being from the film industry, he knew the power of television, the power of camera, and he was very camera friendly and would deliver speeches and interviews in a very crisp style, and would get a lot of eyeballs online as well as on mainstream television. So that was his strong point so far as his public image was concerned. That said, whatever happened on January 26th is what he has been really associated with, and that was what he really is being remembered for, other than his role in film industry and the Punjabi film industry and in the farm agitation.
Yes, Harmeet.